There's a lot of different kinds of phone scams. The most common have something to do with computer maintenance.
When they call and say they're from Microsoft, first off, Microsoft doesn't watch your computer unless you have signed contracts, and they do have programs where they watch things to help fix your computer, but you've initiated that with Microsoft. If you've not initiated, Microsoft's not calling you. They're just not going to. It's a scam. And there's a couple different things they're trying to do. They're trying to get into your PC for one. Once they get there, they're either looking to grab bank accounts or something like that from your computer that's personal information. So they can either steal your identity, get into your bank account and get money from you, or something along those lines. Or they're trying to put malware on your computer to lock you out of your computer and then get you to pay them to unlock your computer so you can use it again.
Another scam where Microsoft's name is used starts with this robocall.
We are closing the business, so you can give us a call for the refund of the amount you paid. To claim your refund, please call us. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for calling Microsoft Corporation. My name is Jason. How may I help you?
Yes, I got a call. I've got some kind of refund coming from Microsoft.
All right, please confirm me your last name.
My last name is Smith.
All right, now just wait for a moment, Mr. Smith, okay?
Okay.
Now, under your name, there is a refund of $240.99, which you are going to get back from our company right now, okay?
That's great.
All right, so I hope that you are at home and your computer is on, correct?
Yes.
All right, now I'll be just helping you to proceed with the refund, and my name is Jason Miller, okay? Now open up your Google Chrome from your side.
Okay. It doesn't take long for this person to try to gain access to my computer. I didn't allow them in, but notice that they never tell me what they're doing.
Now once the Google page is up, look right above the Google search box in the address bar. You need to type the command which I'm going to tell you, okay?
Okay.
Now just type in there www.f as in Frank, it's www.fastsupport.com.
At this point, I shut it down. This is a legitimate web page that IT professionals use to remotely access computers, but that doesn't happen as much as you would think.
Most shops that you call are going to tell you to bring the computer in, because they're not wanting to remote from their computer to look at it if you think there's a virus or something wrong with it, because they take the chance of infecting their own machines. So they want to get your computer on a workbench without being tied to a network so they can look at it and try to get things cleaned without infecting other machines. Most of them's not going to want to remote in to help you fix anything.
I asked Robert if there was ever a valid reason to allow someone to access your computer.
No. You should never give anybody control unless he's asking somebody to look at it.
If they give a callback number, it's very tempting to call them just to tease and even insult them, hoping you can waste their time, preventing them from scamming someone else during the time that you're wasting. The problem is that you may have wasted their time. You've also wasted yours, and you're not going to stop anything. These people do this for a living. Over 70% of the callbacks are to harass them, and it doesn't even slow them down. The next phone scam we're talking about is a little scary. It's designed by some very smart people.
Hello. We have been trying to reach you. This call is officially a final notice from IRS, Internal Revenue Services. The reason of this call is to inform you that IRS is filing lawsuit against you. To get more information about this case file, please call immediately on our department number 202-697. Thank you.
Many people get a call that claim to be from the IRS and the police are on the way, they're going to arrest you. You owe $1,000 or a certain amount of money unless you pay us right now. They'll stay on the line with you and they will want you to go to some type of store. They'll want you to buy some type of MoneyGram. They will want you to put a certain amount of money on that card. And once you put the money on the card, they will ask you to read the number that's on the card. As soon as you read to them the number that's on the card, then they are immediately at a computer they will take the money off of that card immediately. So they have access to that money as soon as you read the card number to them. Then, typically, they'll say, oh, we need you to purchase another one and put $100 more on it. Once you do that, they'll tell you to purchase another one. They will keep baiting you until you finally say no. No reputable business is going to ask you to purchase any type of those cards to pay for anything, especially a government entity. And also, they're not going to stay on the phone with you while you get in your car and drive to a facility to purchase that.
And if that isn't enough to convince you, this is from the actual IRS website. The IRS will never call to demand immediate payment using a specific payment method, such as a prepaid debit card, gift card, or wire transfer. Threaten to immediately bring in local police or other law enforcement groups to have the taxpayer arrested for not paying. Demand that taxes be paid without giving the taxpayer the opportunity to question or appeal the amount owed. Ask for credit or debit card numbers over the phone. While this episode of Cybercrime Bristol was in production, this next phone scam took an elderly Bristolian for her entire life savings, $20,000. Please spread the word about these scams to any elderly person you know, especially if they're living alone.
And this is usually targeted toward older people. Is a phone call in the middle of the night from someone that sounds official, claiming to be either an attorney or a law enforcement official, saying, grandmother, grandfather, your grandson has been arrested for DUI, and he's in New York or he's in Mexico or California, wherever. If you will pay this certain amount of fee, we will let him go and it won't be on his record. Many grandparents fall for that. So they're instructed to go buy one of these cards and to put money on the card. What they should do would be make some phone calls before they hand over money. Try to call family members to verify, is your child in jail? Nobody is going to have you pay with that type of method. And any government agency is not going to ask you to pay in a gift card or any of those ways.
This scam is so common that the Federal Trade Commission produced an animated short addressing the swindle.
Granddad, it's me. An accident in Mexico. I'm in jail.
Jimmy, is that you?
Yeah, it's Jimmy. I need money for bail right now.
In jail?
You need to send money right now. Please don't tell anyone.
Scammers are tricky and can pretend to be anybody in any situation. They seem like the real deal. They play on your fears. The goal? To get you to act fast. Check out if they really are who they say they are, even if they sound like a loved one. Heard from an imposter? Report it at ftc.gov/imposters.
Variations of this scam will take payment in different ways. The thing to remember is to not allow a stranger on the phone to bully you into doing something that you know isn't right. Hang up the phone and call 911. That's it for this episode. This is by no means all the scams they will try using your phone and computer. Just be wary of phone calls from people that you don't know, and remember those 4 rules. Rule 1, do not send money to people that you don't know. Rule 2, no reputable business or governmental agency will ask you to use Western Union, MoneyGram, or gift cards of any type to make a payment. Rule 3, never allow anyone that you do not personally know to gain access to your computer. Rule 4, never share your personal information or any sort of financial records or share credit card numbers with anyone who contacted you. That also means that you should never confirm any of this information for anyone.
The scams that we have discussed in this segment are real and taking place in our community. If you believe that you are a victim or know someone that is a victim of a scam, please talk to someone that you trust or contact your local police department. We at the Bristol, Tennessee Police Department want to protect you and want to protect you from being a victim of financial exploitation. Therefore, we hope these tips have been beneficial.
In the next episode of CyberCon Bristol, we look at some common scams involving buying and selling goods from public ads, and buyer beware.